A lot of us don't have that type of upbringing, so if you have those kind of requirements, make them clear early on in the relationship.
On our first date, I didn't have money, so he only bought himself food.
Both people are in the wrong in this one. On one hand, if you go on a date, you probably should bring some money with you. Mistakes happen, and sometimes we forget our wallets or whatever. Also, him eating in front of her is kind of messed up too. Maybe he could have shared some of his food, or maybe offered to pay for her food and then tell her that she needs to pay him back. I mean, there's Cash App and Venmo. She probably could have sent him some money for that. Or they could have changed up the date, go for a walk at the park, go for a hike, do something that's free. There seems to be a strong miscommunication here. They could have been resolved if they talked about it before the actual date occurred. But I also understand he's probably frustrated because men often pay for all of the first dates, and that gets expensive quick. A lot of men are feeling extremely used at this point and feel like walking wallets. And that's not fair to them either. But these days a lot of women also have jobs, but they still expect men to pay for all the dates. And that's not fair to men, who work just as hard for their money.
You're done. You're done.
I'm probably gonna get a little bit attacked for this one, but the fact that she's letting him know early on in the relationship that him having kids is a deal breaker, I know it's sad, but it's a good thing that she's doing that, because she's saving him from more pain and heartbreak and unnecessary stress. And then also that would suck if they got into a serious relationship and then she brings it up. What is he supposed to do? Drop his kids off at the second-hand store? Like, come on. People can have preferences. It's okay. Hopefully that man will find a wonderful woman who is okay with the fact that he already has kids. Oh, that's funny. Never had a TikTok before that, but this morning I woke up and I had 3 million followers. Wow, I guess I was just born to do this.
How do men date women so much younger than them? Like, how do you guys keep doing that without...
Let me help. I'm dating a man that's a lot older than me. And the thing is, if you think about it, it's really not creepy at all. I'm an adult. They say your brain is fully developed at 25. As a society, we have to draw the line somewhere, though, between child and adult, which in the US, that's 18. If you think about it, once you become an adult, you're past your childhood and teenage years, you don't change a whole lot year from year. I mean, is there really that big of a difference with a 30-year-old or maybe a 60-year-old? Of course, the 60-year-old's gonna have more experience on certain things. Because of hypergamy, women only dating men that are above them, a lot of men are just used to dating down. He's used to dating a woman that maybe has less experience than him, making less than him because she's not as far up in her career, all of the other things that go with that. So at that point, why does age even matter? As long as she's an adult. I feel like a lot of us ladies have trouble understanding that sometimes, because we date up or equal to. So it's harder to find a guy that is younger than us that's also doing better than us. Also, there is a variety of benefits for a man to date younger. I think those benefits outweigh for people's opinion thinking that he's creepy.
I can't believe I'm cooking from a box again.
You're still cooking though. Something. I find it hard to just keep up cooking for myself. I do my entire meal prep a week in advance. I think it's amazing when you see people that can handle a whole household. The cooking, the cleaning, all of it, it's a lot. Just doing it for myself is like a huge chore. Doing it for a few other people, oh my gosh. How we cling to this idea that men should have to pay for everything still. This kind of thing started when women couldn't have jobs or bank accounts. Things have changed. Things now need to evolve in every sense. Dating dynamics and roles need to change. Otherwise, men get absolutely nothing in relationships. And then we'll see an increase of more men staying single willingly because it's just not worth it. It's so weird when people do this. Like, do you remember you blocked me? Or do you just get on a blocking spree and you forgot? And if you somewhat like my content on a different platform, why'd you block me? Why not just unfriend or unfollow the platforms you don't like? I don't think I'll ever understand why people do so.
Okay. I challenge you.
Hear that, men? Don't sleep. Don't go to school or work. Don't go to the bathroom. You're missing out on opportunities every hour you fail to text her back.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, you don't gotta call me ma'am. I'm not that old.
Okay, thanks, bitch.
Oh my gosh. Please, just call me bitch, not ma'am. It just sounds so weird. I know he's trying to be polite though, so kudos to him for that. Did he ask though? What I see in a lot of relationships, women take on a ton of responsibility. They do so much. Then they turn around and nag him constantly, or become resentful because they feel like he's not doing his fair share. Did he ask you to do those things for him, or are they self-imposed? Now, I'm not saying you should never do nice things for your partner just because you want to, but there's a lot of times that we self-impose things, and then we treat it like our partner demanded it from us. He didn't ask you to do those things. So if you become overwhelmed and you just can't do it, then don't do it. Or there are moments where someone tells you what their needs are, you do something for them completely different, which of course is nice of you to do, but you don't fulfill their actual needs or what they were asking for. You then give yourself credit for being a good partner, but the reality is you didn't even give them what they wanted. I got a really good idea. Let's normalize not making negative comments on people's bodies in general. Like when you're in school and they say if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. It's that simple. It's not okay to body shame.
For years I've roamed these empty halls. Why have a ballroom with no ball?
I hate this. It makes things so freaking awkward. Hi. Okay.
Look, if you're boring, just say that.
People will always look for an excuse to call you childish. It's fucking annoying. Got colored hair? Childish. Laugh too much? Childish. Eat your favorite food? Childish. Just do what fucking makes you happy. If it doesn't hurt anybody, who gives a fuck? I can relate to this. That's why it's important to have really good communication in your relationships. Be very blunt when you need to be. Lay things out. Make it super easy for him to fulfill your needs. At the end of the day, if your relationship is not working out, and they aren't willing to put in the same effort and you choose to stay because it's a choice, at what point do you hold yourself responsible for that? Is it always his fault for hurting you? Is it always his fault for not meeting your needs? Or while you voluntarily chose to stay? I think in most cases, men don't deliberately treat us badly. We have those occasional relationships that don't go very well. They legitimately can't or don't know how to fulfill our needs. I know from experience, a lot of us ladies are not good at communicating what we want. We're complaining about one thing, but he thinks we mean another. Or in general, we're asking for way too much and he can't possibly meet those requirements that we have for him. He'll do his best, but ultimately he's still gonna fall short.